cost some money to write aid with those elections. Is there anything else I can trim? Take a more international focus. Cultural educational development that make education less available. Military technology. A little bit. Focusing on civilian tech instead. Whoops, the right wing. Already extremely loyal. In general, things are going well, so they're fine. And intellectuals. Trim diplomatic missions and focus on UN support more. Improve relations. It's a little frosty with the US right now. But balanced budget. Anti-alcohol campaign. Continue the price raising. Ooh, money. Nice. ICBM is increased because of all the nuclear tech. The army is enlarging. Must be because of the rising soldier living standards, corruption. Don't love that. So decrease in agricultural industry. I don't know what's considered overrefined the fight crimes corruption. I'll set to 90. I hope that's not too much. So if a Broadway industry automates and produces the same amount of profit with fewer people, because usually when you automate, the cost of buying the machinery and such is almost the same as what you save on the labor. After all, there's no incentive for someone to sell the machinery, the technology, for any less than that. For much less than that, there has to be a small increase in profit, but that doesn't have to be a lot. The technology costs money as capital itself. Theoretically, competition in technology would drive that down, but the combination of the tendency for intellectual property laws to become ridiculous and monopoly tendencies, people buying up their competition, tends to lead to that not happening to enough of a degree. And again, you need to grow the overall amount of capital sector by a large amount in order to maintain the same employment, at which point you're producing more of the stuff, and demand hasn't necessarily increased, because that's just to employ the same number of people that pay out the same amount of wages, because to keep the labor market from getting weaker, because if the labor market got weaker, wages would go down. So this is just to maintain the same demand, so profits will go down. Declining rate of profit has been proven to occur under capitalism. That leads to it slowly eating itself, because when people get less and less return on their investment, they try even more stuff in terms of consolidating industries, creating monopolies, creates political instability under capitalism. So if the Soviet Union lasted long enough, we probably would have witnessed what we're seeing today, where everything sucks in the USA and it's only getting worse, and it's tending towards authoritarianism. Just need to be more patient. Alright, things have gotten worse with the US relations. Critique of the party line. One of the newspapers has published an interview with Yeltsin. I still haven't pushed him out of politics, where he criticizes us in slow reforming, dogmatism, and unprogressiveness. This newspaper has a large circulation. Yeah, Yeltsin is deeply problematic and probably working with the CIA. I don't trust him. Raise the Putin of Yeltsin with the Politburo. Yeltsin was subjected to wide criticism of the party, within the party, I should say, for straying from the party line and defamatory statements, which is moved from all his posts. Then Yeltsin has repented of his words and acknowledged his problems overhyped, consequence of which the party he was not removed from the party, and the road to the state virus was again opened. Right. He's a canny little shit, but he dreams of breaking up the Soviet Union and creating the kind of oligarchical rule that historically took over after the collapse of the Soviet Union. The oil crisis continues. Yeltsin is still hanging there. You have Linsky, he's replaced Gorbachev as... yeah, I definitely want to push him out of politics eventually. Do we have the political power? Yeah. I think I do. Had quite enough of them. What's this? There's like a little medic kit. I don't know what I just did. What did I just do? Reformers try to isolate you. Unhappy parts of the state authorities decide you're a threat to the country, so they're trying to isolate you at your country house. Use the KGB. Special units of the KGB began storming the government building at the same time, rescuing you to Moscow. The conspirators resigned. I mean, part of what I've been doing is trying to draw out people with this oil. Trigger some of these events. So I should probably get a DEFCON increase thing soon. KGB was their loyalty was tested though, so I probably need to increase their envelopes for a little while. It's their gratitude. Small increase. Let's get another event. Rebuilding the reserves. Monarchy in soon. I'm definitely gonna trigger a revolution there soon though. Yeah, there is a little development that pops up. US has invested a little in these countries, but not nearly as much as it extracts them. Well, it's slowly decaying. Probably get negative events in Poland and such. Eventually. New level of threat. DEFCON is now at 2. The US Army is preparing for combat readiness again. Declare the US the main threat. The law and the protection of the peace of March 12, 1951 declares the propaganda of war a grave crime against humanity, therefore refusing to taunt in order to be fully armed against the machinations of the enemy. The issue of the safety of one's life worries almost everyone at the top. So create some discontent, unfortunately. This probably put the... I thought it would put it to Khrushchev's policy. Still Brezhnev's. Okay. Send weapons to Afghanistan. But it missed opportunities than that a little earlier. I think it may drag on a bit longer. I screwed that up. Need to watch that more closely. Hmm. Costs a little money. Just let things dry out the reserves a little. Iran-Iraq conflict. Finally, comrade, the long war between the Islamist Iran and dictator Iraq has gone into a positional phase and calmed down for a time. The U.S. still hasn't reacted as how shall react concerning the war started by Iraq with handouts of the U.S. Had been started by Iraq. Oh. Wait, Iran is our allies, so can't do anything? Can't take hostile actions towards them. Support Iran or start military intervention in Iraq. This could be seriously problematic. The DEFCON. But I'll try it. Our Navy and Special Forces began military operation in the Persian Gulf upon learning the start time of the counteroffensive of the Iranian army. With bribery of local officials and the armed uprising of the communists and other opposition forces, the government of Saddam Hussein fell. The leadership passed over to a transitional council, was formed a coalition of Iraqi National Congress led by the Communist Party. Cool. Iraq is the Comic-Con. Of course, things are getting seriously strained with US cultural contentment could use a little. Alright, I'm gonna put a little more into UN support. What's this? And hope there's nothing more to the death Gromyko. Wait, is this segment saying, comrade, dear leader, today after a long illness, one of the previously influential, well-known politicians among the Soviet state apparatus and people, was blamed by some and praised by others, died. How to respond to such a sad event? Pay tribute to our comrade. Today, a solemn funeral is being held in Moscow for one of the greatest politicians of the past. He was a moderate reformer, who made a huge contribution to the development of the Soviet Union. His ideals have always been on the side of the people in our bright future. All newspapers publish funeral communiques and articles about his life and activities for the benefit of the state, the party, and the people. It is reported that he will be buried at the Kremlin wall, and our leaders will personally attend his funeral and make a farewell speech, after which the troops will make a solemn pass by the mausoleum. It's probably expensive, but not that much. Increases right-wing loyalty. Reformers considered right-wing and weakens opposition there. Freedom, some mind mobilization. Intellectual loyalty. Start to increase oil production a little. Looks like a little more income. To choose a new second man of the state soon. It's the number 2 slot. Second phase of the country. Over the course of several years living in the country, it's only been one. Your powers increased significantly, whereas previously you defined a second person based on a narrow framework and way political past hands. Now you can prove the one who's more in your interest, if of course you consider it necessary. Let's do Romanov. I know a moderate Stalinist, so maybe make probably actually conservatives and Stalinists happy, but also he should actually die relatively soon. They can choose a new guy. Grigory Vasilievich Romanov, an ideological communist, one of the young secretaries in the Politburo, a favorite of Brezhnev, also sent by Andropov, like Ligachev, Gorbachev, Albakin, and others, who previously ruled with a firm hand in Leningrad, repeatedly raising its level of development and economy, ensuring the improvement of lives of Leningrad residents, that is St. Petersburg today, became the second person in the country implementing his rigid, pragmatic policy. Improved right-wing loyalty further. Probably costs a little bit in way of political points. Wait, when did the reformers become illegal again? I don't remember. Ban them. Keep them legal. Tayokin. Interesting. Let's tell who dies first because they're only have black and white photos instead of color ones. Who doesn't live to be as old, that is. Alright, put a tiny bit more into diplomatic missions because things are still so frosty with the US. Put more money back into reserves. De-escalation. The last meeting with the US ambassadors highlighted that Americans are seeking a way to mutually withdraw from both NATO and to withdraw both NATO and Warsaw Pact troops from Europe. Should we allude to them that we are in agreement? Because political points, but things are well. Hey, I'll give them false hope, I guess. Our diplomatic representatives hinted at the possibility of enacting such proposals. The West is waiting. Cost some political power, but I don't want things getting tighter. DEFCON 2 already.